Hello, dear viewers and loyal fans of daytime drama. This is your dedicated team at Day's Drama Digest, the ultimate TV channel for all things soap opera, where we dive deep into the twists, turns, and tear-jerking moments that keep us glued to our screens. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most emotional stories to hit the world of Days of Our Lives, the impending departure of the beloved character Maggie Horton, portrayed by the legendary actress Suzanne Rogers. After an astonishing 52 years of dedication, passion, and unparalleled performances, Suzanne has been forced to step away from the Salem set. But this isn't just any exit. It's a saga filled with real-life heroism, heartbreaking health battles, and the kind of dramatic speculation that could only come from the world of soaps. Join us as we unravel the full story, exploring the past, the present pain, and the uncertain future of one of daytime TV's most iconic figures. Buckle up, this is going to be a roller coaster of emotions, revelations, and what-ifs that will leave you reaching for the tissues. To truly appreciate the magnitude of this moment, we must first journey back through the annals of Days of Our Lives history. Maggie Horton, née Simmons, first graced our screens in 1973, bursting into the fictional town of Salem as a fiery, resilient farm girl with a heart of gold. Played by Suzanne Rogers from the very beginning, Maggie quickly evolved from a supporting role into the matriarchal powerhouse we know and love today. Over 5 decades, she's weathered storms that would break lesser characters: the tragic loss of her first husband Mickey Horton, multiple brushes with death, family betrayals, and even a stint in a wheelchair after a devastating accident. Remember the iconic storyline where Maggie discovered her long-lost daughter Melissa, or the heart-pounding custody battles over her grandchildren? Suzanne brought such raw authenticity to these moments that Maggie became synonymous with strength, grace, and unyielding love. Suzanne Rogers herself has been the beating heart behind Maggie's enduring appeal. Born in Midland, Michigan, in 1943, Suzanne's path to stardom was anything but straightforward. She started as a dancer, honing her craft in New York City before transitioning to acting. Landing the role of Maggie was a dream come true, but it was her commitment that turned it into a legacy. In interviews over the years, and we've scoured our archives here at Day's Drama Digest for the juiciest ones, Suzanne has often spoken about how Maggie mirrored her own life in unexpected ways. "Maggie taught me resilience," she once said in a 2010 sit-down with Soap Opera Digest. "Through her, I've lived 1,000 lives, felt 1,000 heartbreaks, and celebrated 1,000 joys." Her portrayal earned her a Daytime Emmy Award in 1979 for Outstanding Supporting Actress, a testament to her ability to infuse every scene with depth and nuance. Fans have watched her age gracefully on screen, her red hair becoming a symbol of fiery spirit, her warm smile a beacon of comfort in Salem's chaos. But now, in a plot twist more shocking than any scripted revelation, real life has intervened in the most cruel fashion. It was in the spring of 2025, a time when the world was buzzing with renewal and hope, that Suzanne Rogers received the diagnosis that would change everything: stage 2 rectal cancer. Imagine the scene: a routine checkup turning into a nightmare, the doctor's words echoing like a thunderclap in a quiet room. Stage 2 means the cancer has grown through the wall of the rectum, but hasn't spread to distant sites. Treatable, yes, but terrifying nonetheless. Suzanne, ever the fighter like her on-screen alter ego, faced this head-on. She shared the news with her closest confidants, including her Day's family, and made the brave decision to prioritize her health over her career. The treatments began almost immediately, a grueling regimen of chemotherapy and radiation that tested her limits. Chemotherapy, with its cocktail of powerful drugs, attacks cancer cells, but spares no mercy on the body: nausea, fatigue, hair loss, and a constant battle against weakness. Radiation, targeted beams of energy zapping the tumor, brings its own arsenal of side effects: skin irritation, digestive woes, and an overwhelming sense of vulnerability. Suzanne, at 82 years old, endured it all with the poise of a true soap queen. In a rare public statement released through her representatives in June 2025, she said, "This is my toughest role yet, but like Maggie, I won't back down. Your thoughts and prayers mean the world to me." Fans flooded social media with messages of support, turning hashtags like #SuzanneStrong and #MaggieForever into trending topics. Here at Days Drama Digest, we dedicated an entire episode to fan tributes, where viewers shared stories of how Maggie's resilience inspired them through their own hardships. The impact on Days of Our Lives production has been profound, yet cleverly masked by the show's forward-thinking filming schedule. As insiders know, Days films episodes a staggering 10 months in advance, a strategy that allows for seamless continuity but now amplifies the drama of Suzanne's absence. Her last scenes were filmed in the summer of 2025, just as her treatments intensified, meaning Maggie's on-screen presence will continue uninterrupted until around April 2026. That's when viewers will first notice the void, a gradual fade-out that could feel like a slow-burning mystery. Will the writers weave in subtle hints beforehand? A lingering glance, a cryptic line of dialogue? The anticipation is already building, with fan forums ablaze with theories. Speaking of theories, let's delve into the speculative heart of the story. How will Maggie's storyline conclude? Days of Our Lives has a storied history of dramatic exits, from fiery car crashes to supernatural resurrections, and Maggie's farewell promises to be no less epic. Sources close to the production, and we've got our ears to the ground here at Days Drama Digest, whisper of an unexpected accident that could leave Maggie in a coma, a fate that mirrors the soap's love for high-stakes medical drama. Picture this: Maggie, ever the peacemaker, caught in the crossfire of Salem's latest feud. Lately, tensions have been simmering between Maggie and her son-in-law Xander Cook, that brooding Scottish charmer with a penchant for villainy. Their conflict stems from Xander's shady business dealings clashing with Maggie's moral compass. Remember the explosive arguments over Titan Industries and family loyalties? What if this escalates into a catastrophic event? Envision the scene: a stormy night in Salem, rain pounding against the windows of the Kiriakis' mansion. Maggie, her face etched with worry, confronts Xander in a heated exchange. Words fly like daggers. Accusations of betrayal, pleas for redemption. In a moment of blind rage or sheer accident, something goes horribly wrong. Perhaps a slippery floor from the downpour, or a misplaced object in the heat of the moment. Maggie tumbles, her head striking the edge of a grand staircase, the sound echoing like a death knell. Cut to the hospital. Victor Kiriakis, or his ghost, in true soap fashion, hovering nearby, doctors rushing in with grave expressions. Xander, racked with guilt, pacing the halls, his tough exterior crumbling as he whispers apologies to an unconscious Maggie. The family gathers: Sarah, Melissa, even old flames like Don Craig if the writers pull a resurrection. Tears streaming, alliances fracturing. This coma storyline would allow for endless drama. Flashbacks to Maggie's greatest hits, from her farm girl days to her triumphant battles against alcoholism and paralysis. It could explore themes of forgiveness, legacy, and the fragility of life, drawing parallels to Suzanne's real battle. Will Maggie awaken, only to succumb later? Or will she linger in limbo, giving fans hope for a miracle return? The writers have options: a organ donation plot, a dream sequence revealing long-buried secrets, or even a twist where Maggie's death is faked for protection. And let's not forget the ripple effects on other characters. Xander's redemption arc could deepen, turning him from anti-hero to heartbroken penitent. Sarah might spiral into revenge, blaming Xander for her mother's fate. The Hortons and Kiriakis could feud anew, with Julie Williams delivering scathing monologues about family honor. To add layers to this speculation, let's consider the broader context of Days of Our Lives. The show, which premiered in 1965, has survived cancellations, cast shakeups, and evolving viewer tastes by embracing bold storytelling. Maggie's exit comes at a pivotal time, with ratings fluctuating amid streaming competition. Executive producer Ken Corday has hinted in recent interviews that 2026 will be a year of transitions, teasing major character overhauls. Could Maggie's departure pave the way for new blood, like a long-lost Horton relative? Or will it spark a ratings bonanza, as fans tune in for the emotional payoff? Fan reactions have been a whirlwind of grief and gratitude. On platforms like Twitter, now X, and Reddit's r/DaysOfOurLives, posts pour in daily. One fan wrote, "Suzanne is Maggie. Her strength through cancer is inspiring. I pray for her recovery." Another speculated wildly, what if the coma leads to a body swap with Stefano's essence? Classic Days. Support groups have formed, with virtual watch parties revisiting classic episodes. Celebrities have chimed in too. Allison Sweeney, Sammy Brady, posted a heartfelt tribute. "Suzanne, you're a warrior. Salem won't be the same without you." Even non-soap stars like Oprah Winfrey have shared messages, highlighting the universal appeal of perseverance. But beyond the drama, this story underscores the harsh realities of aging in Hollywood. At 82, Suzanne joins a lineage of veteran actors facing health challenges. Think of the late John Aniston, Victor's portrayer, or the resilient Peggy McKay, Caroline Brady. It raises questions about support systems. Does the industry do enough for its elders? Days has a reputation for loyalty, but Suzanne's forced exit highlights the physical toll of long hours and emotional scenes. In her honor, perhaps the show could dedicate episodes to cancer awareness, partnering with organizations like the American Cancer Society. As we wrap up this deep dive, though our hearts ache to continue, let's reflect on Suzanne's legacy. Over 52 years, she's delivered lines that resonate. "Family is everything," Maggie often says, a mantra that echoes Suzanne's own values. Her battle with cancer isn't just a personal fight, it's a beacon for millions facing similar diagnoses. Stage 2 rectal cancer affects thousands annually, with survival rates around 80 to 90% when caught early, but the journey is arduous. Suzanne's openness could save lives, encouraging screenings and destigmatizing discussions. What lies ahead for Maggie? Only time, and the writers, will tell. Will her coma be the gateway to a peaceful passing, surrounded by loved ones in a tear-soaked finale? Or will Days surprise us with a triumphant return, Maggie emerging stronger, her story arc bending toward hope? One thing's certain. When April 2026 rolls around, screens across the nation will light up with anticipation and sorrow. From all of us at Days Drama Digest, we send our deepest love to Suzanne Rogers. Thank you for the memories, the laughter, the tears. Maggie Horton may fade from Salem, but her spirit, and yours, will endure forever. Stay tuned for more updates, and remember, in the world of soaps, nothing is ever truly over. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.